The last thing we need to think about with Senge's learning organization is its benefits and limitations. All sounds good in theory. So we need to evaluate or discuss or analyze this. In either case, we're going to have to come up with some good things and some bad things. So let's start with the benefits. It is good at encouraging the business and the people within it to continually improve. So that's the whole premise of this theory, is that we're always adapting. And therefore, if we're more flexible and adaptive, we're not set in our ways, and we're always thinking about the future, which is another benefit. It increases the motivation of people because this theory basically says you've got to get, you don't tell people how to change. The people within the business are the ones that determine how the business changes. So if we're always getting people's ideas and getting them to contribute, that helps when we go back to Maslow's need for self-actualization. People that want to get the best out of themselves love working for businesses that are learning organizations. We've also got a benefit that it enables constant product and process innovation. So it's like, every year the iPhone changes, maybe not so much, but over a period of time it changes quite significantly. That's because it's a learning organization. Now, if we're always coming up with the best and newest and most innovative products, that means we're more productive, but it also means we're going to have more profits because people buy our product. I think an underrated benefit is we now become an employer of choice. There's a reason why people want to work for Apple, Google, and Facebook, because they go there to be their best. They don't go there just to survive and make a salary. And therefore, if people want to work at that place, so we'd use that term employer of choice, well, then we've got the pick of people. We can pick the best people that we want. We're not short of people who want to work for us. What are the limitations of this sort of overall philosophy, though? Well, it can cause cultural problems in really traditional businesses that have been around for a long time, and say, we do this. This is what we do and how we do it. It can be very difficult to change that. So this whole philosophy mightn't work that well. It also takes a lot of time and self-reflection. It's a bit indulgent, really, that this theory says you can sit down and, not even think about changes every day, but that's, we're just adapting and changing. What if you just need to survive? If the business is that under the pump from its competitors and doesn't have much money, well, how do you do this? It's really, really difficult. We need to focus on surviving day to day, and this isn't a great thing to try and implement. We've also got the limitation that, I think naturally, probably most people are resistant to the concept of change. And also, a lot of people don't like to work in teams. They actually do like to work on their own, and we're totally changing that. We're saying you can't be the same all the time. You've got to change and improve, but also you've got to do it by working with others. So that's going to cause maybe a few people to be resistant to it. And lastly, for people who are just working to survive, like if you said someone who worked in a factory or a call center or an abattoir, working for minimum wage, just turning up, 9 to 5, that's all they want, just do their job, go home, not think about it. This doesn't really fit. It's kind of stupid to get someone to think about being part of a learning organization if they're just there to survive. So in Maslow's theory, we call those lower order needs. So this is really one for employees and, creative industries, office-based work, that sort of thing, rather than maybe blue collar or retail work or that sort of thing. It doesn't really appeal to those lower order needs. It's more about self-actualization and self-esteem. That is it